You found it. Your home for the best content on your favorite team, the Fighting Tigers of LSU. Do us a favor, subscribe to the channel, leave your comments below, and be sure to smash that like button. So coming off a gigantic recruiting weekend for LSU where they picked up 2 commitments and had 15 top 150 players in the country, there was so much good news. You were bound to have a little bit of a retraction as well, and that happened on Tuesday. 4-star wideout Joseph Stone decommitted from LSU's class of 2024. Stone is out of Georgia, and he's been committed for a long time. He committed back in July of 2022. So you're talking about 15 months he's been committed to LSU. He was in town for the Arkansas game, but now has decommitted from the class of 2024. He's rated as the 299th overall player in the country, the 46th best wide receiver, 35th best player in the state of Georgia. Recently visited UCF and Louisville. So maybe an indicator of the caliber of program that he's more likely to land at, if that makes sense. I think it generally goes like this. When you get a commitment from a guy, like as a fan base, right? If you look at it through a fan's lens, you get a commitment from a guy, he's going to the Hall of Fame. 5-star, going to the Hall of Fame, All-American, Heisman, put him in the Heisman. If a guy that's committed decommits, or if someone picks another school over you, well, he was overrated. Didn't really want him anyway. It's just generally how those conversations go. I don't really concern myself with that part of the conversation. For me, I don't know what the truth is. I don't know if LSU felt like sometimes staffs have conversations with recruits and say, hey, we're probably not going to take you. You may want to go look elsewhere. And sometimes a player may just have better options. So, I don't know what the reality is with Joseph Stone, and quite honestly, I don't really care. Because good for him. Hopefully he gets a great opportunity. And for LSU, hopefully they sign some really good players, which I'm sure they will, especially at wide receiver. So the question really is, how does the wide receiver room look without Joseph Stone? So that's where I kind of take inventory. In 2024, you're going to lose Malik Neighbors, you're going to lose Brian Thomas, and you're going to lose Kyron Lacy. You're going to lose those 3 guys. Okay? And those are your 3 best, and they're all going to be gone. Chris Hilton will have the opportunity to come back. We'll see if he does. My assumption is he will. See if he can stay healthy and be one of the top 2 or 3 primary targets for a season. But if you get Chris Hilton back, you should have Aaron Anderson back as well. And then this great group of freshmen that came in this year. Shelton Sampson, Kyle Parker, Jalen Brown, Kai Preon, they'll all be back. And then Landon Ibieta is still there as well. Remember, Ibieta signed last year. He had some injury issues that have really plagued him last year, kept him out of most of fall camp. So we haven't really seen Ibieta, but that's another scholarship receiver that you have on the roster right now. And then you got 3 receiver commitments right now with Kylan Billiot, Jelani Watkins, and Michael Turner. So Hilton, Anderson, Sampson, Parker, Brown, Preon, Ibieta, and then the 3 commits, that's 10. Assuming you don't lose anybody. I mean, you certainly could have somebody transfer out. It wouldn't surprise me if you did. And then you could always go address receiver in the portal if there's a player available. Remember, the last 2 years, LSU has gotten a receiver out of the portal. Last year, they went and got Kyron Lacy, and this year they went and got Aaron Anderson. So I guess the way I look at it is your numbers are going to be good. What you probably won't have next year is a guy that's a proven number 1, but plenty of options of guys that could step up and be that number 1. And LSU's always had that guy do that, step up to that primary role. Remember in 2020, you had 2019 with the great year with Marshall and Chase and Jefferson. In 2019, you roll forward to 2020, and Jamar Chase opts out. He was going to be back, but Jamar Chase opts out of the season. And then you have a guy in Terrace Marshall who played really well, then midseason opted out. Well, the second half of the season, who blew up? Kayshon Boutte. And so then you come back into 2021, and Kayshon's having the great start to the season. He breaks his leg against Kentucky, and what happens? Malik Neighbors steps up. And then Malik, last year, when Kayshon was kind of hit or miss, Malik continued to see his star shine, and Malik's a dude this year, and Brian Thomas has emerged behind him. So you've always had that guy step up and be the primary target. And LSU's just never been lacking for elite level receivers. So I don't know who it will be next year. I mean, I would love to see it be Chris Hilton, a local guy, wait his turn, maybe get healthy and have the opportunity to be that dude. Sampson, Parker, Brown, 3 elite level receivers that are freshmen in this class that could see it, or maybe it's a transfer. Maybe you have the opportunity to go get an elite level transfer next year to come in and be your number one guy. I don't know. We'll see you cross the bridge. But while it's disappointing to see a guy like Stone decommit, it's always disappointing when you see someone decommit. When you just look at the numbers and who is there, LSU at receiver seems like they're in really good place. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Please leave your comments. I love to interact. And be sure to hit the red subscribe button below.